What do you mean?
Welcome back to the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon. Okay. I'm Tony Schultz with Midwest Family. Thank you once again for everyone that's donated. We want to make sure you keep those donations coming in. We're here until 6 p.m. taking donations. So some of you may be listening at work. You're like, okay, we're going to take care of this after work. Fine. But maybe if you're like, oh, I'm going to wait a little bit. No, do it right now. Get those donations in. You call 608-784-KIDS. That's the number to call into. We've got a new group of volunteers over here, kind of referred to as the free agent group of volunteers taking calls. So make sure you call them up and keep them busy. Again, 608-784-KIDS. That's 784-5437. Want to thank all of our sponsors. We're here in the Team Marine Services Family Interview Center. And we've been going on for, 2 days here now, and it's been great. Great support, but we want to get more money, and we want to make sure we're hitting our goals. So you heard from Marina a little bit ago. Keep those calls coming in. Keep those donations coming in. You can also donate online by texting CMN Kids to 51555. Again, CMN Kids to 51555, or online at aroundrivercity.com. Plenty of places to donate, so you can't say, well, I didn't know where to go. I can tell you exactly where to go. So let's get those phone lines revved up over there. Again, 784-5437 is the number to call. Right now, we've got another family to talk to here. We have the parent family. Welcome to the parent family, Liz, and, of course, Taryn. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
My microphone is not working.
Oh, it's working just fine. There's just no speaker here for you to hear yourself. But all the people out there on the radio, they can hear you. Do you want to say hello to them?
Hello, guys.
Yeah, great. Taryn, what do folks need to do today for the Children's Miracle Network? What would you like to tell people?
I want to tell them for an angel because I love those things up there.
No, you do?
They need to donate money, everybody.
Good. Yes, they do. Thank you again by calling 784-5437, right?
Uh-huh.
I've got Liz here. Now, Matt, your husband couldn't make it today. Right. And Gigi's here, right? Grandma's Grandma's here.
Yes, she's here.
And your godfather is visiting too, is that correct?
Nope.
No?
What's your godfather's name?
Daddy.
No. Godfather. Who's standing over there? Who came with us today? Is it Uncle who?
P-Funk. It's
Yep, he's
P-Funk.
over there, Uncle P-Funk.
Well, welcome, Liz, and for coming in and helping with the CMN and letting families out there know that there's this help and telling your story. Taryn was diagnosed with several conditions.
So
Could you
welcome.
explain those to us?
So Taryn was born at 24 weeks. She was 1 pound 8 ounces.
All right, everybody. So you can do everything that you want.
She's very talkative.
Yes, she is.
We spent 98 days in the NICU here at Gunderson. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Okay, guys.
And then over her journey,
to
she
radio
developed what's
set
called
up.
retinopathy of prematurity, which is where the blood vessels in her eyes, instead of growing out and around like they're supposed to, they grew in and started pulling on her retinas.
Oh.
And she ended up she's had 10 surgeries on her eyes. She is also legally blind. We found that out this last year. That's her cane that she has somewhere around here. Oh, yep, she's holding on to it.
Mm-hmm.
That she uses to help navigate. She has a hyperactive gag reflex, so if she gets her mouth too full of food, she ends up throwing up. She has stage 3 kidney reflux, so she gets chronic UTIs because her kidneys don't work the way they're supposed to. We're hoping she'll grow out of that, but she had to be on a prophylactic antibiotic for that for 2.5 years to prevent her from getting those UTIs. But the biggest battle with her for us, even throughout all of our big stay in the NICU, we almost lost her several times, was her eyes. So she never had any brain bleed. She never had any problems with her heart, but her eyes are not great. So.
Well, yeah, we were talking beforehand. You were showing me her glasses.
Yes.
And I'm gonna hold up a pair here, and these are prescription sunglasses here that I've got, and they're not cheap. I mean, glasses aren't cheap on their own, but these are special.
Right.
And
so
these cost a lot of money.
So the battle that we had with Taryn's eyes, her prescription is a +38, which is extreme. and that just gives her the little bit of vision that she does have with that prescription. Her prescription is she's 2200. So what we would need to be 20 feet away, or 200, what we could see from 200 feet away, she would need to be 20 feet away to be able to see it.
Okay.
And then her left eye does not have any vision left in it anymore. So these glasses, when we first got her prescription filled, they said they could only go up to a +13. And they could only do plastic lenticular lenses, which are like the egg yolk lenses. So they have the big bubble on the top. And I'm quite the advocate for my kids. And I told them, I said, I don't accept that answer. So I reached out to some people. I had Facebook groups for support for children with low vision. And one gal out of Minnesota reached out to me, and she said, I think we can figure something out, but it's not going to be cheap. So she got a hold of a lab in Florida and then a lab in California and sent them Taryn's prescription and said, show me what you can do. So the lab out of Florida invented this technology for Taryn.
Wow.
To make these, and these are thinned lenses, and they're glass, so they're not plastic, which means it gives her clearer vision for what she does have. And then half of the prescription is on the top of the lens, and the other half of the prescription is on the back of the lens. So it's actually her full prescription. And when we took her to see Taryn, what's your ophthalmologist's name?
It's Rose. Yeah. Can I have this?
I have it.
But what do you mean?
Who's your ophthalmologist? Who's your eye doctor?
Dr. Nash.
Yeah. No, you cannot have that. So we brought them in to show Dr. Nash, and he was so excited. He took them over to the eye center here at Gunderson, and they couldn't even measure the full prescription because their machine didn't go up high enough. So
Wow.
It was just a really spectacular thing. However, her glasses, the frames are about $200, and the lenses are another $800 to $1,000 on top of that. They're very expensive.
So these were basically invented for her.
Yep.
So does she get her name attributed to them? They should be Taryn's lenses, or
No, the guy at the lab, he was pretty phenomenal. He still to this day checks in with us to see how
Wow.
Taryn's doing and how she's progressing.
That's awesome to have a connection
Mm-hmm.
like that with someone who's thousands of miles away, and
Yes.
they know who Taryn is, and checking back in with you guys and making sure that their work is being helpful. So
Mm-hmm.
that is awesome. At what age did you become aware of her condition?
For us, she actually, when she was still in the NICU, we knew she was having the problems with her eyes. And then we got discharged from the NICU a couple weeks before her due date. And then we were back. She got discharged. We were home for about a week and a half, and she went back for her first surgery. And then with the surgery they did laser eye surgery on her. And there was a less than 2% chance of severe bleeding in her eyes afterwards. And Taryn, being Taryn, of course, got the severe bleeding, which then caused cataracts. And she had to go in and have the cataracts removed. And then just throughout the years, she's had various surgeries where things have come up, like she'll have scar tissues that starts going into her visual field that they have to go in and kind of resect out. Or, this last year, we were so excited we finally graduated to 1 year follow-ups with the ophthalmologist. And then went in for our follow-up, and she's actually having... No, please stop. Taryn's very excited to be here today.
Yes.
She ended up having some inflammation in her eyes that looked pretty chronic. So we actually, Dr. Nash sat down with us. He researched all of our options. The only option that we have to try and correct what's going on with her eyes right now would be going to Madison and having her have chemotherapy in her eyes, radiation in her eyes. And it could correct what's going on with her right eye, or it could make her blind, like completely, totally blind. She would lose any vision that she has left. So based on the risks, we decided against treatment at this point in time, because as you can hear and see, she's very confident in her world, and she's very vocal, and we don't want to risk what vision she has
Right.
left on an experimental thing.
Well, kids are so so in the now, and they're not worried so much about the future, other than what they want to be. And Taryn is obviously she's happy. She for everything she's having to go through. She's having a good time, right? Hey, kiddo, how are you? I'm not sure. They're great decorations, though, aren't they? I think they're pretty cool. I understand you like Christmas a lot. Is that true, Taryn? Do you like Christmas a lot?
I just want to get one of those.
You do? Well, why don't we do that? Can you get the microphone for a quick sec? I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. Okay.
Okay, what?
So you like Christmas a lot, right?
Yes.
What's your favorite part of Christmas?
My favorite part of Christmas is up there.
Up
Thanks.
there, the decorations.
Yep.
You like?
Excuse me, can I have one of those like these?
No, this one is special. This one they give to me so I don't get lost.
But
Because if I don't know where this is, I just roam and I just get lost and then I can't find my way back. So that's what's great about this.
okay.
I know you would.
Can I try it?
You can talk into it quick.
What? That's cool.
Oh, awesome, Taryn. That's great. So I love Christmas too.
I love Christmas too.
I love the music. I love to hear the music and the singing and all that. It's on. It's on. Tyler's got it on. He's doing a great job keeping you on the air.
Oh, what do you mean? Look at this balloon.
Look at those balloons. Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
So
Look, I have one of those.
I understand you like music too. You like reggae music. Is that correct?
Yep. And my favorite colors are, I love Stella because she's my favorite stuffy toy.
She's your favorite. I understand rainbow is your favorite color.
Nope. My favorite color is gold and white.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what, Taryn? We want to make sure that we get $3,000 an hour in these next few hours of people donating to the Children's Miracle Network. And we
that's
want
a good
them to call
idea.
in. So,
Yeah,
that number, we're going to say it's 608-784-5437 is the number they should call into and get those donations. Otherwise, go to aroundrivercity.com to make donations or text to CMN Kids at 51555.
Okay, that's a good idea.
It is a great idea, I think. Have you considered running for president? Yeah, good. And I noticed you've got some great cowboy boots on. I love country music. I work on country music. Do you like?
Legally blind. You have glasses.
You do, and they're pretty glasses. They're pretty pink, and you got purple, and you got your sunglasses. So,
Look at this.
yes, you got your cane. That's awesome. So all these items, CMN has probably
that's
helped
all
you guys.
These items.
So
So good.
ever since, because we could not, I mean, that was several years ago, we could not afford the cost of these lenses and the glasses, and CMN graciously stepped in, and every year we receive a grant. We receive a grant to put towards her glasses, which, I mean, we wouldn't be able to do what we do without the help of CMN. They've been phenomenal.
Awesome. Well, it's been great talking to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I know that Gigi and her godfather, everybody's been supporting you as a family. It's hard for everyone when our kids are in trouble, or fighting through something, and we as a family have to fight through that. But I think it's great is that you guys are sharing your story, and there's other families out there. What would you say to encourage them to make sure they're reaching out for this type of help?
I actually just spoke with somebody about this the other day, that they didn't know that the resources were there. And she, actually my nail gal, she does a fantastic job. Her daughter Madison is in a wheelchair. And she goes, we go to all these appointments and I just never even think about it. It's not something, that crosses our mind. She goes, and I said, you really, really need to reach out because they're a phenomenal group. We've gotten very close. Hi, Rena. We love you. We love Rena. We love everybody at CMN. And there's never, if you're ever afraid that, asking for help is going to make you feel some type of way, they never, ever make you feel less, than what you're worth. And they do great. They can, when we were in the NICU, we lived in Galesville. We had 2 kids at home, and then we had Taryn in the NICU. I went back to work 5 days after I had her.
Oh my.
So I could take time off when she came home. So I mean, it was a struggle between, the two kids at home and then trying to be at the hospital for Taryn. I mean, my husband and I never saw each other like the entire time. Excuse me, but
It's all right.
CMN helped us with gas cards. CMN helped us with food. When we were here, we got food vouchers. they're just a phenomenal organization. I love that all of the donations that come in stay locally here with the kids. So
Yes.
it's not going to go to help somebody that's not, these are your neighbors' kids. These are your your friends' kids, your babysitters' kids. Like this is the part where my husband usually steps in every year when we do the radiothon, and he gets all choked up, and he's a big guy. So then Rena always starts crying too. So I'm sad he's not here to do that for us this year, but this is just a great organization, and whatever you can do to help, even if it's just $5. I mean, that's a meal for
Right.
a family in the NICU that's struggling. So
Right, that meal voucher that you can go
Right.
out and use quickly, and if you didn't have a chance to eat, or gas
Right.
cards, all these things, CMN is helping out families like the parent family with here. And I thank you again so much for coming in and telling your story, and Taryn for coming in and sharing your story with CMN. We want to make sure that you're calling in, though. We want to get those phone lines ringing, keep our phone operators busy. Again, 608-784-KIDS, 784-5437. Call them up, and let's make sure we're making lots of donations. We want to get about $3,000 an hour just to keep this going. We're here until 6, so keep calling in and keep supporting the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon. I'm Tony with Midwest Family.